call Jacqueline Simons. Jackie, how are you?
Good. It's autofill on the computer. Does that with my name sometimes. Good morning again, everyone. I've sat here many times in the last couple of years to talk about Bromley and what the people of Bromley have had to put up with in regards to the smell from the compost plants and, of course, from the wastewater treatment plant and everything that goes along with that. And I've heard you, many of you, say how much you feel for the people of Bromley. Well, I'm here today to say it's well past time for thoughts and prayers and platitudes. The Bromley Roading Project was in the annual plan until the latest draft, and then it was taken out. The Bromley Roading Plan has been in the wind for coming up now 4 years. I've attended many community meetings, we've had workshops, and the program is ready to go. I have it on good advice that it's ready to go. So I'm here today to say I want that Bromley Roading Plan back in the annual plan. The people of Bromley deserve to have their roads fixed. They have been waiting for years and years and years. Our own mayor campaigned on fixing roads in the east and it's just not happening. So my submission is almost entirely about this section of the city, and I'm looking and I approve of the E-Force Museum. I approve of that getting some money. Scrutton's Road, I see the need for that, and I do not envy the fact that you have to go through and cut things out and put things in and make it all balance. But it's about our whole city, and it's while you're sitting here doing it when crunching numbers with figures, the people in Bromley have suffered with these smells and ongoing rubbish they've put up with for 16 years. And I just implore you to actually put this project back into the plan and get some of these absolutely horrendous roads fixed. They're just awful. And pretty much that's all I have to say if you have questions.
Thank you, Aaron. And
yeah, thanks, Jackie, and thanks for your advocacy. So the only feedback I've had around the Bromley roads is from a handful of people. So I'm going to say 3 or 4 have contacted me re Smith Streets and the speed humps and stuff, and so they're all opposed. And what's your position or the community's position on the 120 proposed speed humps for the Bromley area?
Right. The only people that I've had come to me with problems on Smith Street are people who don't live in Smith Street. The people in Smith Street came to us, to Paul and I, and asked for that to happen in Smith Street. Right. So the people who are inconvenienced by it are the very people that we wanted to inconvenience by it.
So you support the 120 speed humps?
I haven't said I didn't say that. Right. We're talking about Smith Street.
Yeah.
We haven't done the final approval for those things, so there will be changes, absolutely. I would look at each one as to where it is. But there is a boy racer attitude in that area. So if we're going to slow those down, then I will bring in anything that will help slow those people down. When we slowed down Hay Street, the feedback on Facebook was, screw the council, I'm going to continue to go 80 down there if that's what I want to do. So we have an attitude, we have people out doing burnouts, doing wheelies. We have some problems in there that these things can fix. Our concern of the people that were at the workshops was our kids are having difficulty getting to school, right? We should be, the kids should be safe to walk to school without having to worry about people driving around at 80 k's around these, some of these streets are actually quite wide. Like Hay Street's got quite wide and they just use it like a racetrack. So maybe it's 120 or speed humps. I don't know what the number is, but if a speed hump is going to make our children safer in the suburban streets in Bromley, then I'm for it. Okay.
Yanni?
Thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to be clear. I was just a little bit unclear from your submission. Are you supporting the Scrutton's, like the nearly $7 million for the Scrutton's Road crossing for a couple of people a day, or and the way that project's been funded?
I don't think that's what Jackie said.
That's not what I said, Yanni. What I've said is the council is here for the whole city, and I understand that you have to pay for things in other areas that I don't live in. Right? And that's, when we sat at, and discussed the Air Force Museum, one of our board members said, oh, why should we support that? It's not in our area. So I turned around and said, QE2, hot pools, right? You were supporting of that for us. So yes, I will support that.
Sorry, just to be clear, when submitters come in and want things spent in their area, they're often asked, what would you substitute? The way that Scrutton's Road is being funded is by cutting projects in the Linwood ward. So are you supportive of Scrutton's Road?
I'm not going to say that Scrutton's Road is responsible for having our projects cut.
It's part of a big mix. And
It's
I don't
part
think
of the
you
big
should
mix.
have to answer that, Jackie. So actually your time is up, but thank you
Great.
very much. And
Yeah.
that was a pretty hard-hitting submission in a short period of time, and we listened. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we would. We'd expect nothing less. Have we got Anthony Field here?